Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a quick guide on the Melon event, how you should play it. My big question is, why is it called a Melon event if this is like clearly a pumpkin, isn't it? But okay, that's just me. Anyways, let's go over the video. As you can see, my price here isn't too great. The melon price is always between 200 and 600, and my, well, base rule, I only trade above 550. So how do you get, why is this event so good, right? As you can see here, there is a ton of gold. A quick calculation, 20 times 2 is 40, plus 30 million there, plus 10 million on the other side. So 40, 30, 10 is 80 million gold in this event. And there is also a couple other resources that are pretty important. As you can see, you have gold head here and the 10% boost, which are pretty rare to get. Then you have 10 of the 5 million food, wood, and the 3.7 stone, and some more gold heads and speed ups here, which are always nice. So in total, you get 100 million food, 100 million wood, like I think 90 million or 80 million stone. I'm not exactly sure. And then you get like 80 million gold as well. And that is just for one account. Imagine if you are one of these RSS sellers and you have 100 farms. That is 10 billion food, 10 billion wood, and like 8 billion gold. Dude, that's just insane. That's like, I don't know how many bucks. It's like 500 bucks in resources. That's pretty insane. But let's not talk about selling RSS. Let's talk about the use of your farms. Specifically for this event, for KVK fighting, you would need all those resources, right? In order to get all these resources, you need the coins, and the coins, you get them from selling melons. The melons are in these quests. You gotta do all these quests basically every day. I recommend you doing all of them. On your farms, you can skip the barbarian one, it's only 10 and takes a lot of time. The others are pretty easy to get if you send your gatherers out, train troops, and purchase stuff in the courier station. So that is pretty easy to do, so I recommend you doing those for sure. It's 50 melons. And then you always want to collect your own melons in the city. Basically, you get 10 per hour and you can collect 12 hours worth of melons. So ideally, after like 12 UTC, in like, that's PM, AM, well, in the afternoon, then you cannot get any more melons, or you cannot claim them, but your farms can steal them from your main, and it shows like 1 out of 5, but after 5 hours it shows 5 out of 5. And the other way is of course stealing, and you always gotta steal, and it's not bad to steal in this case. Like usually, yeah, stealing is bad, but here it's not. There's a couple things you can do. If you are in like a farm alliance with your farms and there's only your farms in there, which is a little issue, what you could do is you could always join one of these open alliances and then loot all the City Hall 16 plus players from their 5 out of 5 melons, which is just juicy. But there is a strategy when stealing melons, and I just steal melons here and I really don't care about how many. But usually, on average, you get the best trades from the 5 out of 5, and perhaps like 3 out of 3 as well. But 5 out of 5 is definitely best in my experience. It is very reliable. Always 10 plus, usually like 11, 12. And if you get a crit, you can get up to like 30, which is pretty insane. And then 1 out of 5 melons is always a bet, a risky bet. Sometimes you can get a ton of melons, like 15, because you get what is left. You get what is left. Sometimes you also get 3, as you can see here. So then you're cooked. It's gambling, gambling to the max, and usually two remaining can also give you like 6 or 7. So I don't tap it usually when there's 2 remaining. 1 can be a big payoff, but here again 3. So it's really gambling. Like 2 is bad. You get not higher than 10 usually. So yeah, just go with level 5 melons, and usually at the end of the day, people have the full 5. Here you can see 20. That's nice. It's nice bonus there. So at the end of the day, people have reached their 120, and then their melons can be claimed by themselves. So then you can steal them, which is pretty easy to get 5 out of 5. So you want to do this on all your farms until it says this. You cannot steal any more melons. Leave something for the rest of us. And then the next strategy, of course, is going to be... Oh, wait, I'm distracted here. The next strategy is going to be find a stall with the highest price. Well, you have a bunch of farms, so you should definitely check all of your CH16 farms. And otherwise, maybe check someone in your kingdom or a resource seller. If they have farms with high prices, check the chats, Lost Kingdom chats. And I definitely recommend you creating a chat with all your farms and main accounts, and then you share the stall price. So in this chat I have all my farms and also CH16 plus in other kingdoms, or like I have a bunch of CH25s, and I will wait with them bringing into my new kingdom. But they still can do the Melon event, and they still can get a ton of resources. So you should definitely check also your CH16 in your other kingdoms, because yeah, you can still get a 100 million resource, and if you migrate them over, it's 100 million resources. It's free. And as you can see here, I just share all my 550 plus, or like close to 550. It's also fine. And then all my farms get to benefit from the high prices that I sent myself, which is super good. And in this way, you gotta do this every day, otherwise you won't reach the gold stage, right? So this is by far the most insane event that ever launched into Rise of Kingdoms, and we're getting it more often. 100 million food, wood, 75 million stone, 80 million gold is what you get if you zero the shop, and then a bunch of speed ups and goodies that are nice on your farms as well. But that's just insane, dude. Multiply that by the amount of farms and mains that you have, and then you get your total amount of resources that you get from this single event. In my case, it's like 1.6 billion food and wood and over a billion gold, which is weeks of farming. So in short, steal when like close to reset. You should steal because then everyone has 5 out of 5. It's the most stable. Then you should sell from your farm's highest prices, and yeah, zero the shop basically for free resources. Yeah, and of course, yeah, do it on all your account, and of course you do all the quests, right? Except for the barbarians, unless you have a lot of time remaining. Anyways, this was it for today. A quick guide, mostly for free to play, but also spenders can benefit from it. See you later. Leave a like and sub, and don't forget to join Discord, which is in the comments. Bye.